Okay. Well, hi everybody. Welcome to
Okay.
GW Center for Integrated Medicine YouTube channel. Have a little bit of an interesting item today. My good friends Shervon and Yael are here, and we're going to talk a little bit about our upcoming cannabis retreat. Those of you who think, wait, what did he just say? Did he just say cannabis and then retreat? Yes, you heard me correctly. It's exactly what I said. Just like any other substance, anything that shifts your consciousness can be used in combination with breathing for a variety of internal explorations. And so let's talk about it. Shervon is our main lead. She's our expert for the weekend for March 2nd, Saturday from 1 to 7. Shervon, walk us through this.
1:30 to 7:30.
1:30 to 7:30. Well,
Yep.
we'll make sure the link is there so everybody who actually is interested can actually click and find the registration and read more details. So tell us what you've done this for a while. You've led patients individually
Yeah.
in groups. Talk to us what you've seen, what your experience is.
Well, the group experience is a little bit different than the individual experience for sure. It is a time where we come together and imbibe cannabis as a blend, and that blend, as well as the space that we create or the container that we create, helps to foster a psychedelic experience. And so in that space, people get to experience relaxation, healing, calm, spiritual connection or emotional connection. And then we come out of that space and have a bit of integration and talk about it. It's a nice stepping stone or nice way to step into this work. And people oftentimes are curious about like the longer process, which is the individual process of 3 to 5 hours. So this is a nice way to also experience cannabis in a new way, because most people experience cannabis recreationally and nowadays medicinally. But this is also, as you step into psychedelic space, most people are very surprised that cannabis can be used as a psychedelic.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
Yael, you probably led dozens, if not hundreds of retreats of variety of length, some short, some are probably what, 10, 20, 30, 40 days. Tell us
But
the
never,
never what?
but never like this.
Never
So
like that. Right. Well, it's
really, I'm
but
really excited to do it. And I've known Shervon also for many, many years. Shervon used to come to a very early morning yoga class that I used to go through. My first graduates in the first yin yoga teacher training I held, and her energy is incredible, as I'm sure everyone can just sense even on this call. And so when I learned that she was doing this work, I also decided to do one-on-one work with Shervon in this. And I had done cannabis recreationally, medicinally, and I had done other kinds of psychedelics, but was so surprised by the sort of powerful insights that I was able to get. And I also thought that for people for whom stepping into the psychedelic work might be a little bit scary, cannabis is a very sweet and loving medicine. It's really a wonderful way of stepping into this work. And I don't think there's anyone better than Shervon. And I'm really happy also that we'll be doing it, so in addition to the circle that we'll be doing yoga as part of it. I love that Dr. Kogan, you'll be talking much more about cannabis as well.
That's not important. Tell us about, I know retreat is all about the right space. It's all about creating this correct atmosphere. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Do you mean about set and setting?
Well, no, it's just when people go into the retreat space, in order to get deep enough, right, there has to be a certain level of safety, cohesiveness, certain level of openness, not just individually, but as a collective group. and you're an expert in leading retreat and creating this space and creating the
Well,
kind
so
of
are you.
well, you have more experiences, so
Well, this is the setting part, right? So
Right.
I think all three of us, I'm really serious. You know, I think that all three of us have worked a lot around safety and resilience and sort of understanding what needs to happen so that we can all be fully present in the moment
Mhm.
and not sort of scattered. And that's really the opportune time for, I think, growth and transformation to happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think people who never been to any retreats, particularly specifically psychedelic, as you said, it's a really easy way to drop in. But I personally think it's just as powerful as anything else. I think the power
Yes.
here comes from just a little bit of an opening of consciousness to different things, and then having the retreat space, the breathing, the practices come in, do its work. So
Indeed.
Definitely have like a chance to think about intentions, goals, you know, so you know, both the how we set it up, and then Shervon was talking about integration after. And I think that the three of us all believe that the integration is as important, maybe more important than even the psychedelic experience. That
Yes.
the psychedelics are really just a way of opening you up and saying, here's the next thing you need to work on. Here's
Yes.
the stuff that you've been avoiding that you ought not to avoid anymore. And then the integration piece is figuring out, okay, what do I have to change in manageable chunks when I go home?
Yes.
yeah,
And that's a
exactly.
beautiful way to put it, manageable chunks, because people sometimes leave these spaces feeling like they have to change their entire life around all in one fell swoop. And that is not so.
Mhm.
Not at all. And for change, real change, lasting change, to be sustainable in one's life, I think having the small steps that they take towards that change is really key. But one of the great things about psychedelic space and cannabis in particular is that it shows you, it opens it up to you. It does. I love the word you use, sweet, in this wonderful, sweet way, so that you don't feel like it might not be doable, right? You don't have to get in your own way. You look at it and you go, oh, okay. And the integration helps you to look at the order of things. What do you start with first?
So for
Yeah.
people who are considering joining us, what would you recommend? Like, how do they prepare?
The best thing, I usually tell people to do, like I had a session today with a client, a one-on-one, and I often ask people, do you already have a relationship with cannabis? And if so, then taking a couple of days off before you come to an event like this, right? Taking 2 or 3 days. If you can get 7 days in, that's even better. If you have no relationship to cannabis at all, then usually I talk to people about going slow when you step into the space, right? You don't have to take as many tokes as everybody else does. You can start with a few and see how you feel, and then move forward from there. So it's really about setting your mindset that this is not a competition. This is really about doing your own inward work in a compassionate and gentle way.
Good. Hope to see you there. Hope you'll make it. Definitely, the space is very unique and very supportive. So, Shervon, you want to tell us just one word about the space where we'll be in?
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. It's a dojo that is in downtown Silver Spring, and it's comfortable, it's beautiful, it has good energy, and there's a lot of space. So we'll be able to spread out and have our own experiences. And I believe people will feel very supported in the space, as well as very supported by us as a team.
Great. We have a couple of sponsors already. We're gonna have some sample products from some of our associated companies that we often work with in this industry space, and we're hoping to get some money so that few people who have difficulty affording the registration fee, that they will be able to sponsor a couple of people. So if you're interested in that, please let us know. Contact us. We'll see what we can do for you, and hope to see you there.